Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of our program Languages of the World, the English Language. Once again we come to you for another episode of English, and on this episode we've got a very interesting topic to discuss and talk about. Let me first welcome my guest, Ms. May Jamal. She's an English trainer and expert in teaching English. Hello Ms. May and welcome to the program.
Hello Yasser, thank you so much.
May, I know you've got lots of very great ideas about learning English, and you know that a lot of people find it hard to learn English, especially that English is a very, very rich language, and it needs a lot of practice, it needs a lot of effort, and it needs also consistency. Once you start learning English or any language, you have to go on and you should never ever stop on the way. So let me first ask you about the difficulties you think students of English face when they learn English, and why is it hard for some students to learn English while others find it easy?
Look, it's different from one person to another. Mainly some people, they are good in something and others are not good in this thing and they are good in something else. So this is why maybe we can discuss today some of the problems that encounter people, or I mean specifically the people who are new English learners, or they might have already the language but they do have some problems facing them.
You know, in our educational system, students usually learn to write. They never learn to talk.
Yes, this is why today we're going to talk about the problems that face the people who are trying to learn how to talk, how to speak English. Maybe we can find the first problem that might face or encounter the people who are trying to learn English or the new English learners is fear and shyness. And maybe this is not only related to English, it's related to most of the people who are trying to experience something new, not only English. You know that what I mean? It's fear and shyness of experiencing something new, speaking in front of people. I'm going to be speaking English in front of people and they're going to mock me, or they're going to say that I'm speaking in a bad way, and especially if you are...
some people actually they are afraid of making mistakes.
Yeah. And afraid of speaking in public or speaking in front of people, especially in a different language than yours, because your mother tongue is already Arabic. So the people, if they hear or listen you speaking with a different pronunciation, they might feel strange about it.
Yeah. So how to get over this fear?
To get over this fear is to believe in what you're doing and just have a look at what you want to achieve, not about what's happening right now, because everything in the beginning you will have mistakes, you will face many difficulties, many obstacles. So you have just to avoid this and just go ahead, look in what you are going to achieve after then, or your goal after finishing this. Imagine your life after having another language, imagine your career, imagine your future, imagine
your mentality,
your prestige. Yes, your mentality, because learning other languages give you
broadens your mentality.
Yes, and you know about other cultures, you become more open-minded. Okay, so this is the first thing that you have to forget about. Just forget about this, just try to focus on what you're doing.
Yeah, so it's okay if I try to speak and make mistakes, no problem.
Yes, it's okay. Even native speakers themselves, they make mistakes.
Don't we make mistakes when we speak Arabic?
Yes, definitely. And this is what we're going to be talking about later on. It's about that native speakers themselves, they don't care about grammar. They don't care about that much about grammar, because we as Arabs, we don't care about grammar or nahu when we speak, because we just speak informally. And we care about conveying the message or trying to deliver what we want to say. So we don't care about this.
Yeah, but grammar is important when it comes to writing.
Yes, it's important when it comes to writing and when it comes to speaking.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need that much attention or caring to make you feel confused and hesitated and feel that, no, I cannot be talking in front of people. I fear, I'm afraid, I'm shy, these stuff. Just forget about this. The second problem that we might face is listening. this might be a very big problem for some people, especially if you're watching an English movie.
I'll tell you why. You know, some people think they should start listening after they go through the language and learn a lot of things.
Yes.
All right. But you know that scientifically speaking, everybody who wanna start a new language should listen to the language even before they start learning it.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely,
In
you're
order
right.
to get used to the sounds of that language.
Yeah.
So everybody who wants to speak a language should start earlier. You know,
Yep.
when I ask somebody, for example, how good are you at English? They might tell me, well, I'm not good at all actually, but I'm gonna take a course. You know,
Yeah.
everybody thinks that by taking a course,
It's like a pill. You're
yeah.
gonna take it and everything is gonna be solved.
Yeah.
It's not like this. It's like, let's imagine ourselves as babies. When you are a baby, you learn everything at the same time. You don't learn writing and speaking and then listening. You listen from your mother and then you try to imitate her
and
or to
everybody
apply.
around.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. So the solution for this problem is to watch English movies in English subtitles.
Yeah, before we talk about that, let me elaborate on what you just said.
Okay.
Because, you know, you find that children who are like 3 or 4 years of age are very, very, very fluent.
Yes.
You know, they speak fluently and they don't find any problem in communication.
Yeah.
They have never been to schools,
Yes.
you know. They have never even learned how to read or write,
Yep.
but they speak pretty well.
Yes.
You know, so that means that we can depend much on the listening skill.
Yep.
We can, you know, make more effort in order to listen and keep the language all around us. But you mentioned something now. You mentioned that listening or watching movies is important. So tell me more about that.
Okay, watching a movie is very important because it enhances many things and many skills in your English. Like for example, if you're watching a movie and in English subtitles, imagine what can you get? What can you get if you're watching an English movie? Like you can get new vocab, new words that you don't know about or you didn't know about it before. You can get new grammar skills that you didn't know how to use this rule before.
And you know, not everything follows grammar rules.
Yeah.
You know, like when I tell you something I'm not to blame.
Yeah.
I'm not to blame. What's this construction?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not to blame. It means it's not my fault.
Yes.
All right. So what is this construction here? Even if you study grammar, you will
not
learn
find it.
yeah, how to say this. Okay.
Yeah.
So and so many other things, like when I tell somebody, for example, when you meet somebody after so many or so much time of not you know, meeting them, you might say something like long time no see.
Yeah.
Long time no see. Long time.
If you studied
What is the
grammar, you
grammar
wouldn't
here?
find this,
If you
yeah.
ask any English person or anybody who speaks English as a first language about this phrase,
Yeah.
long time no see, they will tell you that it's completely correct, you know,
Yeah.
totally correct.
Yeah.
But look at it. What is the grammar here?
Yeah.
There's no grammar.
Yes. So definitely this is what we learn when we watch an English movie in an English subtitles.
So you stress on watching, or let us say, start by watching subtitled
Yes,
movies.
because most of the students, they come to me and they complain, we're watching English movies on a specific channel on the TV, but we're not learning, we cannot listen, it's very hard. Yes, in the beginning it's going to be hard because you're doing it the wrong way. You should be doing it the right way.
Yeah.
The right way is to watch it in English subtitles and to have a paper and a pen to record everything you are going to listen to. A new vocab, a new idiom, a new expression, a new structure.
Even a new simple phrase.
Yes, yes, definitely. And after then, you're going to be remembering this in the future with the scene that you have learned this part from. I mean, you're going to watch a scene and the actor said something. when you use this in the future, you will remember the scene and the actor and how did he say it, so you're going to be applying the same way. And also, you are going to learn how to pronounce it the right way. Okay, so watching movies will help you to enhance vocab, grammar, structure, and also the pronunciation.
I want to tell you something. Some people are clever enough that when they start learning a language, they start by collecting the most frequently used phrases.
Yeah.
The idea is not just about words, because people think that in order to learn a language, you need to study and memorize a lot of words. Okay, words are important, but what's more important than words are the phrases, the everyday phrases that we can use in our daily life. So this is something really important.
Yes, I totally agree with you, because some of the students, they come and complain that we do have a lot of vocab, but we cannot make a sentence. This is simply because what you're saying right now, because they don't know how to make a phrase. So this is how the movies or watching movies help you.
And there are fixed structures for some phrases that we can use, you know, without thinking about or without trying to construct them. Because, you know, even if we try, sometimes, you know, when you try to translate or to say something in English, you might say it the way you say it in Arabic. And this is not all the time correct.
Yes, it's never been correct, actually, because the people are trying to translate as they are using Google Translate, and by the end of it all, you get a wrong sentence. It's not English. It's something strange. It's not English at all.
Yeah, but I want to tell you something which is also very important. That is, we learn a lot through the subconscious.
Yeah.
You know, so listening to something does not necessarily mean that you should always be paying attention to what you're listening.
Yeah.
You know, imagine sometimes, don't you sometimes when you are at home, play a radio station or a TV channel and keep it on?
Yeah.
All right. But then all of a sudden, something gets your attention.
Yeah.
So you start listening. So maybe some terrible thing that has happened.
Yeah.
So you start listening. You start paying attention.
Yeah.
You know, although you were not paying attention before.
Yeah.
But something tells you that there is something important going on here.
Yeah.
All right. So this is something we should do. We should listen, even if English is in the background. Even if we're not paying any attention.
Yeah, this is why I add something to what you're saying. This is why listening to radio stations and English songs will help you a lot to enhance your listening skills.
So now you move to something else. You talked about movies, and then
listening skills will, if you need or you want to enhance this, you have 3 steps to be doing.
Or 3 venues, maybe.
Yeah, English movies and songs and the radio. The radio will be helping in your in the situation that you have just told. Like if you're driving your car or you're going to your school, your college, and you have your hand free and listening to the radio, so you will be listening.
And you know,
to something.
you can easily find radio stations in English.
Yeah.
Because English is widespread.
Yeah.
And everybody speaks English.
Yeah, first
if
language.
You want, even our TV, in our TV there are some channels broadcasting in English.
Yep.
There are some radio stations broadcasting in English. So it's not hard at all to find any English listening venue.
Yeah.
You know, something to listen to. Apart from that, I guess everybody now has the internet.
Yep.
You know, and you can find lots and lots of radio stations online, lots of videos, lots of movies. Even when you watch movies on the internet through YouTube, for example, the best thing about that is that you know, you may stop and replay what you have just heard or watched.
Yes. And this is what you should be doing when you are watching an English movie in English subtitles. This is why you're using English subtitles, because if you couldn't hear something or listen something, you
replay.
Yeah, because you will try to imitate him and know what he has said. And for the English songs, I just want to add a small part is try to make a trainer or somebody who can speak good English to choose this song for you, because sometimes you will find some songs with wrong grammar, as we have been discussing. Like, because
not just wrong grammar, but sometimes you know, the rhythm is so fast. And this is not helpful to learners.
But you know, the songs are easy to be memorized, so this is why it might be a good way.
There are some songs that can be classified as educational.
You can find this as well, and people can find this on YouTube. That's very easy to be.
All right, how about if we just now listen to a song, and we'll be back.
That would be great.
After the song. So we're back, and I hope you've enjoyed this lovely song. And I guess this is a kind of songs that should be, you know, listened to when you're learning a language.
Especially if you're in the beginning.
Yeah.
If you're a beginner, because this is a little
slow
bit
songs.
Slow. And you're getting new vocab, like confess, perhaps. So.
You know, I'll tell you something. I mean, even when we sing Arabic songs, do we always care to know all the words, or we just learn the key words?
Yes,
you know?
This is actually what we do.
Yeah. So I mean, if I ask you to sing any song, Arabic song, all right, you might just remember a few words, you know. And then you might start humming and like this. Okay. So the idea is that it's not always important to learn everything about the song and to understand everything about it and to repeat all the words. No. And there's something else which is also very important, is that now it's very, very easy for anybody to get the lyrics of the songs, you know, through the internet, through YouTube, through the internet in general, any browsers, wherever. So this is something that can help students a lot in learning a language.
Yes, definitely. Especially that if you thought about it, we use this with kids when they are still in the nursery and then KG and so on, because usually the music makes you memorize easily.
Do you know that some people start learning one language or another just because they listened to a song in that language and they liked it?
So if they like a song, maybe it's a Spanish song or maybe French, they just go ahead with learning or going to know what is the meaning of the lyrics, so they get too excited about, we want to know more about this language. So, you know, they say that another language that you learn is another life that you live. Yes,
is
definitely.
That true?
Yes, this is true, because this is what we have been saying before, that learning other languages will make you know other cultures. You are going to be open-minded to other stuff that you haven't seen before in your country. So this is why to be bilingual or whatever, to have many languages, so that will make you have more ideas, more mentalities, to know about more mentalities, to have more culture, to be like.
And talking about English in particular, you know, this is a universal language. This is the language #1 in the whole world. If you go to any country, you will not find it hard to communicate with the people if you know English very well.
Yes, definitely, you're right. This is why I'll just go ahead with my third point, is about communicating with people. If you're communicating with someone and he is a native speaker and you cannot listen what is he saying, we said to solve the problem of listening, but sometimes you need to express yourself, but you want to say, I want to, but I, water,
you start using gestures.
And you cannot find the word, and when you tell me, I'm telling you, I want to, you tell me the word is
drink.
It's drink. It's easy, I know it. How could I forget something like this? How to solve a problem like this if you're dealing or communicating with someone who is a native speaker? simply because something you have mentioned in the beginning is thinking in Arabic, that we think in Arabic, we don't think in English. So some people, they would ask me, how could I think in English? I'm Egyptian. No, it's not about being Egyptian or Arab. No, it's about thinking in the language, thinking in the vocab that you have already in your mind, not to think.
Even if it's limited.
Yep, you can use, if you have 10 vocab, only 10 vocab, you can go around it and try to learn more, you know, but you don't
And you
have...
can even teach it to the people around you.
Yes.
Like, for example, if you're learning, let us say English, okay? You're learning English and you want to express the fact that you need food. You know, you could say, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. This is a very simple phrase that students learn at the beginning. I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I want to go to sleep, whatever. You know, these very easy phrases, why not repeat them? You know, they can help us remember the words.
Yes, but the people, when they want to speak English, they usually want to say definitely what they are saying in Arabic. So that puts them in a big problem, that I cannot find the word. It's easy. You just can use the words that you already have. Okay? And so try to think in English, use the words that you got in your mind, and try to use it. Practice with somebody who speaks English, or
we don't have much time, so you can move on to other difficulties if you have.
Also grammar. This is our big monster in learning English, that you think that grammar is very difficult and you cannot go with it, it's very hard. Simply, the solution is don't study grammar. Don't study grammar. Just know how to use the word. Don't make it too complicated and go and study the form and this stuff. No, just know how to use it.
Delay it. Delay it.
Yes. Don't go hard on
yourself. Don't start by grammar.
Yep. And also the fluency. Some people, they do have vocab, they do have grammar, but they cannot practice. They say a lot in the sentence.
I want to add something here, because sometimes also they have a lot of words, they have a lot of vocabulary, they know a lot of expressions, but there's something missing here.
Yes.
They lack ideas. They don't know what to say. You know, and this is something very important.
Do you know what is the solution here?
Reading.
Reading, yes, excellent. Reading. To read will enhance your fluency. You will be able to speak because you have already ideas that's stored here.
I enjoyed being with you on this episode. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation.
Thank you. It's my honor.
It'll be a pleasure to have you with us on another episode. Thank you, Ms. May Gamal. Ms. May Gamal, she's an English trainer and expert in teaching English as a second language, and inshallah we'll be having her on our next episode. So I hope you've enjoyed our episode and learned a lot from her and what we discussed, and until we meet you again next week, have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.